pull up on my street like that. I ain't gonna let that slide. Hancock. Nigga, I got a boa for you. Heavy on that. If I had superpowers, Superman type superpowers, you wanna put me behind jail, nigga? You not putting me nowhere. Alright? You're not putting me nowhere. Okay.
If I beat that pussy up, is you gon' tell on me? If I beat that pussy up, is you gon' tell on me? If I beat that pussy up, is you gon' tell on me? If I beat that pussy up, is you gon' tell on me? Is you gon' tell on me? Fuck, is you gon' tell on me?
What it do, YouTube? It's WhatDuke back at it again with a new YouTube video, you feel me? And this time, we actually got a recommendation by who is .mir6 on Instagram, you feel me? He told me to watch Hancock, the most disrespectful superhero of all by Black Cape.
100,000 views, you feel me? And thank you for getting my last vid, little 100 views. We're going for 200 though, you feel me? Those are my videos. I like them.
What?
I like them 200s. But we gonna get right into this video. But first question, what you doing if you have superpowers? Answer that down below. And me personally, give a nigga like me super speed, I'm gonna have all the money in the world, alright? You think I'm stopping crime like I'm the Flash or Spider-Man? I'm not like that, okay? I don't even live in a big city for all that. That's exactly why I'm gonna be a villain. I don't live in a big city. Who gonna get me?
All units, I repeat, back up right now. The scene opens with 3 guys lighting the city up like it's GTA. They've got a chopper tailing them, so it's safe to say they're at least clocking like 3 stars. Meanwhile, Hancock, aka Will Smith, is slumped over on a bench, drunk as hell. He
Just like me
definitely
for
went on
real.
a bench before. This kid strolls up on him like, bro, you ain't seeing all this chaos on the news? Maybe go be a hero or something. He was hungover bad. Brody did not want to go play hero, but he said, grabbed his bottle and took off. I've never seen drunk flying before, but apparently this is what it looks like. Straight up crashing into signs and taking out police? Nah, this is criminal. He rips the roof off the felon's whip, lands in the back.
Fuck you a superhero for?
Because real shit, what do you do in this situation? Hancock tells them to stop shouting and chill out, or his head is going up the driver's ass, and the driver's head is going up his ass. And yeah, they didn't really like where that was going, so they started spraying at him, lighting him up, shattering his liquor bottle. And that's a big no-no to an alcoholic. He slams his foot onto the ground, forcing the car to a dead stop, then picks it up and had those dudes screaming for their lives. And Hancock really didn't give a fuck, because how the hell are you smashing into the side of an entire building? Like, come on, gang, that might go towards our taxes. So a chopper flies by and
Nigga doing more damage than good.
And if I was in that car, that alone would have been enough to send me straight to the pearly gates. Ready
Oh
for
yeah, I would have had a heart
right
attack. I got a fear of heights.
Then smacks it against another building.
I'm telling you,
Stop
don't
banging
save
back
me.
Alright, bet. Tossing the car up, then jumps on it, and it goes piercing straight through the pinnacle. And yeah, like, it's safe to say, this might be the worst use of superpowers
So
I've
he
ever
killed
seen.
niggas.
And listen, I'm not too sure if he's officially a comic book character, but his badges are tough. I can't lie. He got super strength, flight, near invulnerability, and he's been living for centuries. Basically the same amount of time Bron's been carrying the league. So the police department, the government, and just about every civilian in town finally said enough is enough when it comes to this man. And seriously, can we address the elephant in the room? The man's name is Hancock. Like, hey, yo! You can't tell me if he wasn't superhuman, he wouldn't be getting fried every day. But all jokes aside, this dude is causing more property damage than the criminals he's stopping. So the people are over it. They want him gone like Congress wants TikTok wiped off the map. Hey. And I don't blame them. So Ray, aka Stupid, finds himself stuck on the train tracks. He tries to bail out by managing to
don't
stab
ban
his own door
TikTok.
handle. So he just
What are we
slumps
banning
back,
TikTok
eyes
for?
closed, basically accepting his fate. Like, well,
I give my
guess this is
information
it.
willingly.
Man, I don't come it, twin.
Willingly.
The tracks. And this nigga just stands there letting the train completely smash right into him. And yeah, we're all thinking the same thing, like, really, bro? You couldn't just fly up or like move out the way? And look at the damage that this guy has caused. He's a real mess. All the people start growling at him, but Ray sticks up for him for saving his life. Hancock then drops him home. I don't think his whip was drivable, then gets invited in for dinner. And this nigga had no decorum whatsoever. He was eating like it was his last meal. And when he was done, he left with the whole wine bottle. The type of niggas that you can't take everywhere. He pulls back up the next day and I'm forced to drill another hole on the road. Like, you can't make this shit up. Erlen Haaland at the back calls him an asshole, which immediately triggers Hancock. He walks right up to him, takes off his shades, and tells him, that's really not a nice thing to say to people. But
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all pull up on my street like that, I ain't gonna let that slide. Hancock. Nigga, I got a boa for you.
But what the hell?
right before slapping the fire out of him. and says, "Call me asshole one more time." But Harlan don't give a damn. He says that shit again, and pow! Sends his ass flying to the sky. And those sidekicks wanted no part of that ride. And do I blame them? No. My ass went on a Batman roller coaster when I was 11, and no amusement park has seen me since. Ray steps out and they start chatting for a bit. Mid-conversation, Hancock catches this kid, and he had that boy rethinking his whole life. I guarantee you that night he slept something like this.
So you telling me dude was in the air for like
nothing new.
40 seconds?
Shows Hancock viral YouTube clips of
2 seconds too many.
And yes, he
What a
does
crap.
more views than me. The US Constitution is fed up with Hancock. They want him behind bars. Ray, on the other hand, has what he thinks is a genius plan. Hancock should turn himself in for 2 weeks so people actually miss him and maybe realize how much they actually need him. And somehow he convinces Hancock to do it. Crazy, right? Because if I had superpowers, the last place you gonna find me is behind bars. So he apologizes to the public and checks himself into prison. Not even 2 minutes inside, and every inmate is staring at him. Like,
nah, heavy on that.
Pause. Heavy on that. If I had superpowers, Superman type superpowers, you wanna put me behind jail, nigga? You not putting me nowhere. Alright? You're not putting me nowhere. Okay? Nowhere. You feel me? I don't even gotta say too much.
Steps in front of him, blocking his path. Hancock glances left and right, and it finally clicks. Every single one of these guys are in here because of him. Talk about an awkward family reunion. He politely asks if he can just head to his cell, but these two dudes don't budge an inch. One of them even looks at him crazy. So Hancock warns them, if you don't move, your head's going up his ass. The inmates start laughing, and Hancock's like, y'all sure y'all wanna ride this train? And this nigga's like, choo choo. And yeah. This has to be the worst possible thing that's happened. Period. The inmate's reaction had me dying. And honestly, which position is worse, A or B? Let me know in the comments.
How is that humanly possible? That's how I'm looking at the screen.
He's like, excuse me? Cuts straight through the glass and tells Ray, run that by me again. Then he just gets up and busts right through the door, letting everybody know that jail is his choice, not theirs. Ray hits him with that sweet talk about how miserable he's gonna be for the rest of his life if he doesn't do this the right way. And yeah, somehow that guilt trip worked. Hancock decides to stay in for a few more weeks, even though he can clearly walk out whenever he wanted to. So the crime rate shoots up to 30%, and the chief of police calls him in for help. And he's like, I bet, and flies right to the hostage situation, wearing some tight-ass leather suits, probably editing his work. As he's walking towards the building, they shoot a rocket at him, and he slaps it away, blowing up the car. Then rushes the injured officer.
What the hell?
On how to be a hero. Bro was awkward as hell, and it was kind of funny to watch, I can't lie. The robbers stop shooting and stand there looking scared as hell. Bro starts flying in and out the window, taking them out one by one, which has the leader flipping out, yelling at the hostages. And trust me, even if they're new, why would they tell you? Hancock finally reveals himself. I thought they had you in the slander. Now I got out early. That don't matter anyways. I need you to break inside that vault, grab me my bread, or all these hostages are getting first class seats to see the man above. Yeah, threatening a superhuman is wild. Hancock tries giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he drops that word. Do you hear me, asshole? And yeah, he was walking out with his hand still on the trigger. So now everyone's cheering for him and he's finally getting some love. Fast forward and we find out that Ray's wife also has powers. Hancock tries kissing Mary, and she straight up tosses him right across the house onto the street. Bro was flat. She threatens him not to tell anyone about her abilities, or he's gonna be on a t-shirt. The next day, Hancock wanted answers about who they really were and where they came from, but she was dodging his questions and capping like crazy. So he says, fine, I'm gonna tell Ray, then flies off. She definitely wasn't gonna let that slide. She catches up to him, spearing him right into the mountain, and that must have hurt, with or without powers. He gonna struggle to get out of bed tomorrow. Mary was chasing him for a while until they crash land right into the city, destroying everything on sight. And imagine this dude had a passenger. GG's gang. Hancock calls her crazy, and that sets her off. Turns out she got the same thing he got. He calls her crazy again. This time she picks up a truck and smacks it on his head. Didn't let that shit happen to me though. And I can't lie, she might actually be crazy because she switches the weather and spawns like 3 tornadoes out of nowhere. They fly up and start.
Pause. Who am I fighting? Storm? This is goddamn Thor, reincarnated bitch. What is Thor Love and Thunder? If I had superpowers my whole life and nobody else did it, now I'm over here big and bad and all that. Nigga, I'm superhero of the city, nigga. I'm Batman, nigga. I'm Superman, nigga. And then some shorty walk around, she come out with better superpowers than me? I'm working together with the whole world. The whole world. We getting her going. Bro, I don't know how we gonna do it. Cause bitch out here like Thanos summoning fucking thunder tornadoes. I'm okay, alright? You feel me? I'm okay. The whole world gotta eat. Whole world gotta eat. We get her done. We getting +1 on our kill ratio, and we starting this bet. You feel me? I'm pausing in 3, 2,
tearing the city apart. And honestly, these two might be causing more property damage than the Avengers. They rip right through Ray's office, and imagine you're Ray looking down and the first thing you see is this. My heart would have just dropped to my ass, because I would have thought Hancock just smashed my wife all over the city. And the worst bit about it, I can't do shit. Mary finally comes out clean, and it turns out that her and
pause. Because the ad just unadded the second I said pause. Let's just say that. But whatchamacallit? Imagine your homeboy is superhero, right? And he know your girl, but your girl like, okay, I'm getting a call. Let me pick up her phone. Homeboy, Kenny just called, you feel me? Tap in with his contact when he posts his first video with me in it. Show some love. But whatchamacallit? What was I saying? Oh yeah. Imagine, right? Your homeboy a whole superhero, but your girl like, I don't care. I love you for you. I love you for you. I don't care about your girl. I love you for you. First of all, I'm never gonna be in that situation. That homeboy not my homeboy no more. Think he gonna have superpowers and be better than me? I'm moving to Florida and he never talking to me again, just like that. but if my girl go for that, then damn. That's all I can say. Damn. You want me to fight him about it?
Hancock have been together for centuries. Yep, they're the last two of their species. As why she kept this from the Fresh Prince, I couldn't tell you. All this new information had Hancock stressed. And what do alcoholics do when they're stressed? Yep, you guessed it. He goes straight to the liquor store. But when he's there, he notices the shop owner acting a little weird and realizes the place was getting robbed. He breaks the counter and sends this nigga flying right into the fridge. God damn! The second gunman grabs the owner, threatening to smoke him. So Hancock snatches a chocolate bar and hurls it right at dude, knocking him out cold. But in the process, Hancock takes a few bullets. Usually that wouldn't bother him, except this time. He looks down and he's bleeding. Bro must have used up all his lives. I know a nigga who went through this. He gets rushed to the hospital and the number of doctors swarming him is wild. He definitely had health insurance. Mary explains that he's not going to heal this time because the closer they are together, the more mortal they become. And this right here is nefarious work because all she has to do is literally fly off and he'll literally start healing. But no, her ass is right by his bedside, sweet talking. Like, bitch, if you don't fly off and save Will Smith. Anyways, those two train riders showed up to the hospital. I have no clue how they escaped prison. But that's not even the wildest part. Somehow they're walking together like nothing happened. Let's be real. If my head ever ended up in someone's cheeks or vice versa, we could never be in the same country, let alone side by side. The big show walks in and shoots Mary 3 times, blocking her. Hancock whips the bed right at them, knocking both of them out. He grabs Mary and takes her to another room, then spins the block, walking right up to the dude who shot her and tossing him straight out the window. He better know how to fly because they're on the 20th floor. More shooters pull up, blasting away. Hancock drops one, picks him up, flies onto the roof, knocking his head. The next guy gets chokeslammed right into the light. Shit gave me flashbacks of Kane. Hancock was really cooking these dudes, but that did not last. He gets shanked in the back, then kisses this metal pole 3 times. Had him dazed. Steve Rogers can relate, but he was still on his feet, so he smacks him one more time for good luck, knocking him to the ground. I bet Chris...
Yo, what gives these niggas the idea to fight Superman? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. It's like these Batman villains keep fighting Batman after they got knocked out 3 times. Retreat! After I saw a dude get flown into the fucking ceiling and broke the damn ceiling, concrete ceiling, reinforced concrete, hospital building, I'm dead. No,
This guy shows up and starts unloading on him, knocking him to his knees. Just as he's about to end Hancock, Ray comes from behind and slices his hand right off, confirming that he will never be able to wipe his ass ever again. Ray then knocks him out, but it was too late. Hancock's heart stops. Psych!
that was an interesting video. But appreciate you, Mir. And all I gotta say about that is, I take back what I said. Bitch, get the fuck away from me, alright? You're not gonna take this away from me. I'm a superhero, alright? Get the hell. Like, comment, subscribe if you fuck with it. And and tap into my Instagram if you want to recommend more stories. Love y'all.